what's happened? Because on Tuesday, reporters were getting the steer from the Treasury that a windfall tax would be discussed at this crisis meeting in Downing Street yesterday. Boris Johnson turns up unexpectedly with the Chancellor and the Energy Secretary. At the end of all that, no windfall tax.
Well, there seems to be a paralysis, at least for the next 3 or 4 weeks, until a new Conservative leader is in place. And I think what the message I was picking up was more, we can't take the decision now, it's for the next Prime Minister.
So there may be a decision, but it's
Indeed,
delayed.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there are arguments on both sides with the windfall tax. The problem, as the energy companies are saying, is one of the reasons we have very high prices. We haven't invested in enough kit to deal with a series of bad events happening at once, as we've seen at the moment. And remember, Ukraine is only the latest. There was an energy crisis well before the Ukrainian invasion. And companies need to be making a significant amount of profit to create the money that they then invest on the next generation of kit that brings the prices down again. If we take that money off them at that point in the cycle, then they don't do the investment and we get locked into a much longer term high price situation. So it's a real dilemma that on the one hand we do have to do something really major to protect those whose energy bills are going to be crippling, but by landing it all on the energy companies we may actually be scoring a bit of an own goal.
What do we make of Gordon Brown's comments to nationalise the energy companies?
It's a very strange. He was talking about temporary nationalisation, rather like the situation with the banks. And it's almost, the danger with that is almost you're going to say, we're going to nationalise all the risk and then the profits go back into the private sector, which in effect was what happened during the financial crisis. You do have to do something very dramatic. And these are unprecedented times. Even in the 70s, we weren't seeing domestic prices at this sort of level. But I think at the moment it just seems to be pepper shot of ideas coming from all sorts of quarters rather than a serious, consistent position. And I guess until we've got the new government in place, that may go on.